Welcome back everyone. Here we are after day one. Got a good little start on our base. And of course our walls once again didn't start. Hopefully jump in like I was saying last night, do a night and get to a good running start right off the bat. Gotta get this stuff situated, and it tends to go through quicker towards the end, but it's always a little fiddly at the very beginning. But if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just trying to have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, just building silly little models and having some fun. If you've seen any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list, and I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because you always provide me with nothing but the best of options. Okay, all that out of the way. This is going to eventually end up in front of this. It's going to be a little bit deeper, but you're going to be able to see into the shop through a little window. But first thing I want to do is secure the sides on these things. So let me get a little splash pad down here, and I'm going to go with the old Gorilla Super Glue. I have pretty good luck with the paper on this stuff, and sometimes I don't even glue myself to it. Let's get a little bit on the end of my brush there, maybe. I think I'm past my expiration date on this glue. Sort of move it back a little bit so I can get in there, and maybe one more. Or wipe off of that. Yeah, I'll get in here and just see. Yep, I'm going to glue myself to this. I can already tell it's not being cooperative at all. Get all the way up and down there. Maybe I can avoid it if I do this way. And fool my camera, make it go out of focus. It started to work. Heat it up a little bit. Glue my fingers together, but not actually to the thing. Alright, I think that's got that edge down, so hopefully work our way around now. A little bit there, but just a little friction in there, get a little heat into it, and it seems to stick a little bit better. It's gonna stick. Of course, got a little overlap on the edge there. Doesn't really show on camera, but it's hopefully be able to trim that up easily enough. One of those deals where I found for super glue, the less is more is very apt, and it seems you can get just a touch on there, it seems to stick a whole lot better to me. Spread it nice and evenly, I hope. That one's actually pretty close to being flush. I'm good on that. Now let's see. Excuse me. If I can get this to cooperate. Maybe not. Actually, let me get my Work better on my cutting board. Okay. This one. Stuck to it. All right. And just a touch down here on this end. Grip on it here. Okay. And now those bits cleaned off. I can get the paper to let go of me here, throw it away, and move on. Okay. And no, I didn't. Okay. Now, same thing with our back wall. Actually, let me see here. What have I got? Might regret this, but I've got, see, not a super fine nozzle here. I had. Hang on. If I can find it. Something that might work for this. Somewhere in my goodies here. Ah, that's not that. Yeah. Didn't remember putting them there. Supposedly, put this on the tip. We get a little more fine control of our glue. Let's see how that works. Slowly but surely, okay. And here you go. And easy pressure and way down. See how that works. Good. I'm going to show on camera. It looks like a good bead. Appears to be sticking. Okay. I bought this for a project on one of my other channels, so yeah. Ease it into the corner and spread from the back, I think, is what I'm hoping is working. You have to take my word for it. That's a nice pretty bead there. Put that on my... Looks like I might have missed on that end. Can get a drop back in there. This may have been a game-changing moment for super glue with me. If I can get it. don't think I'm going to give up on my super glue brush, but it has a pretty nice distribution of glue. Hold it down a little bit longer maybe. Okay, yeah, that's the key. Good, nice. Right. Okay, not gonna complain about that for sure. Yeah, just draw it back in. Seems like there's an awful lot of glue to waste if I don't. Okay. I'm sure I'll need it again before the end of the night, but try and leave the edges. It'll ride that grain of the wood if you're not careful. Get this back again. Let's see where I cut the wood there instead of the paper, but still looks okay on the front. Okay. Oh. I'm not sure how to. I guess you're just going to waste that little bit of super glue that's still in there. But that's for later me to figure out how to get that in without making a total mess of things. Now, this one, I pretty much decided I am just going to go to the edge here. I'm not going to try and roll it down into the actual inside. So if I can get, if I find my corner here. Get over my gap. Yeah, I think that's going to look good enough if I can continue my way around. What? A little bit of acrylic. The corner here, maybe. Okay, so some of that wrapped around, but I'm going to be seeing it mainly from the outside, so that's what I'm more worried about. And as always, when I'm messing around with this knife, I'm definitely gonna, if I slip, I'm not gonna show it to you. I don't enjoy being hurt. I don't enjoy watching other people being hurt, so I sort of take that. As I assume that's how everybody is, so I'm not interested in getting my blood on YouTube. Other way. That's our front corner too, because there's our switch, our power cable. So this is the one that got to really get cleaned up. That's the both sides. Okay, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get. Like I say, I'm still very pleased with how that turned out. A little rough around the edges, but that's our back wall, so that'll be alright. Sides look acceptable to me. Not perfect, but like I say, I'm okay with it. Now, let's see. Doing things out of order, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing next, where I'm going with it. I do want to get, my goal for tonight is to get the wall up here on the back. So, those guys, okay, so this is going to be a back wall. There's a little line right, so you can just barely see. This is sort of where you're supposed to put your, I guess I need to trim that edge off too. Wasn't thinking about that. Not liking to stand up with that there. Okay, yeah, so I'll say it's supposed to go on like so. Oh, just thought of it. Probably gonna need my hot glue gun tonight, so I'll hit that. Oh, no, I never turned on my overhead light. That might be why I can't see anything. Here. Is there a, let's see, is there a, yeah, it does have the ends on it as well, so exactly where to put things. End up here. Okay. Right. Let's see here. Skip those little pieces. Okay, I need my, next up is going to be our counter. Gather all these guys up. I'm eventually going to get all this figured out. A better system. Okay. Time for more scoring. On this one. I think I did quite enough on yesterday. And then top. Okay, so that should get us edges here. And I've already cut these tabs, by the way. And this down. Alright, so this guy, fold these over. Put these together like so. So back to my doing work. Maybe I should have drained it. Okay, see if I can get a drop here. Okay. Up and over. Okay. Get my tweezers out, do a proper squeeze on there. I think it's okay. Make sure you get good contact. And same thing on this side. See a nice little drop on there. Counter fairly stable there, and then our countertop goes on top of it. So I think I'll revert to the B7000 for this, because it should be fairly straightforward. Okay, that's my downside because it's got the printing on it. Yeah, nice little bead here. Swizz around to get centered-ish. Grab a couple of my cheapo clamps. And let y'all lock in for a few minutes. Maybe? Yeah. Okay. I think for our purposes that'll be okay. Actually, hang on. Before it sits in, let me a little push it forward, make it, the counter should have an overhang on the front, shouldn't it? Shouldn't have messed around with it. Okay. If I just leave it laying like that, I think I'll be in better shape. Good, rather than getting cute with my clamps. Okay. So I need you after a while, so leave that alone. And that's outside stuff. Okay, I think it's time to put our walls on. This one. So, once again, I'm in the which way does it go? Okay, this. Oh, actually, I hadn't put. No, I'm not ready for that yet. Gotta put my brick on my walls. Okay. Okay. So find something else to do before I do that then. Okay. Grab another. And let's do just like last night. Fairly consistent bead around the outside. I'm not really. It's not. Should be take too much glue for something this small. And I'll just start with our brick. Swirls around. smooth. Hopefully. Okay. Down a little bit. Got a little trimming to do on there, but I think it's okay. And then, same sort of thing on the other side, but got the white brick on it. Okay, seems to be sticking pretty good. Okay, those guys ready. And anything else I can do while I wait? Okay. I think they're going to be alright to handle. Let me go ahead and trim these edges off. And we'll get this wall mounted up. I hope. Okay, looking on that edge. Definitely on the bottom edge down here. A little bit right here. Okay. I think those are going to be okay. I'm not sure. That's a little. As I come to think about it, we're trying to join these together, so I probably do want to make sure I get these as clean as possible on the edges. Top and bottom on this one somehow. Okay, that feels okay. Let me double check this one. Okay. Okay, now for the fourth or fifth time I think I'm ready to make this thing. Okay, so back wall. I sort of want to do the same thing I did yesterday with my little handy dandy square dealio. And this should be, I don't think I got a flat counter there, but I'll be alright. Okay, get these guys. And I still haven't decided if it's, I'm thinking I don't know if it's that way or that way. Because they both seem to work. Picture. Okay, it looks like, best I can tell, it looks like it goes, this goes on the outside. Yeah, the picture's not the greatest. It's right. There's where they zoomed in on it, and yeah, that looks like it's outside. So that's what we'll do. So here into that corner, and bring this one over into there, and we got a little. Hang on. Yeah, it is supposed to be a little bit taller there, which it is. That's what we want. And actually, this is the piece that goes on top. So how's that? How's this one? Shorter. Well, no, it's not shorter. That's the same height. So, hang on. He's going. So this sitting where my skylight gets installed. The skylight is supposed to be flush. Okay, so hang on. So if we're doing like I'm interpreting the picture, it should be, these are the same, they're the same width, same height. So I'm interpreting the picture that these go here and here, so that won't go down between there. So let's try the other way. Back there. Yeah. Yep, that's the way we want to do it, because that lets the skylight fit. Okay, so the picture deceived me. So we do want this way. Maybe it's just the perspective. Okay. Yeah, somehow the perspective. Okay, I see what it's doing. Okay, for some reason I thought it was looking from a different angle. Yeah, this is the wall. That's the back wall. Okay, yeah. I don't know. My brain just registered it the other direction. So going like that. So try my new handy dandy. There's no up or down on these. They're just just want the red brick to the inside. Let's see how this goes now. They're both there. Put red brick to the inside. Pressure for a few seconds. And nice flush. Like it, like it. Yep. Looks pretty square. Oh. Okay, now we add our countertop next. It goes in here. Flush the floor, which down here it's this window is going to obscure the bottom, so we got a little grace as far as it doesn't have to be perfect on the bottom. But we do want flush against the back and the side wall there, like so. Okay, so already had a little glue on it. Let's see if I'm going in that way, so let's see. Okay, the glue drew all the way back in on its own that time, so that's good. Okay, I'm learning. A little heavy on that one, but okay. Now, glue in. Okay, and that's a little up here that doesn't go. Okay, so let me inject a little bit back in this corner, and this one. Just hold you down into it on there. I'm not worried, like I just said, I'm not worried about the bottom that much, but I do want it to sort of be down and flush. Likewise over here, just give me a little bead. Bottom there, and just ease you down into it. Square it up a bit. Swabs over here, take a little extras off. I'm going to spread it everywhere. Okay, it didn't. Okay, there it goes, it's catching now. Okay, so we got, like I say, it's sort of bound down. That still didn't do a perfectly good job on squaring it. Now, ready for our other wall here. So, red brick to the inside, and like this. It's going to be the goal. Okay. Yeah, I've had these things sitting around for months and I never even thought to use them, but I am enjoying this. Almost better control than the brush. I think. I don't remember. I have to look. This the. Okay, that's just regular super glue. It's not gel. I thought it was like, it feels like it's thick stuff. It may just be sort of like my other stuff, but it's been sitting around so long it got thick. Okay, glue that one to the wall, to the frame. Nail you off. Little excess on that one. To get my some rubbing alcohol to clean that up now, but not too much. Little schmutz there. I got my plastic razor. No, it's gonna take some cleaner. Okay, right. Walls look a pretty good seam. That's reasonably square, I think. And at this point, and like I say, this will go when the time comes. So let's go mount on here. Our skylight going down. I'll get a nice flat roof up there. But I'm pretty sure I can do that with in situ in place. It never actually shows Well, I guess it does sort of show it installing here, but I think it'd be easier to work on if it wasn't flopping and flapping around. I'm gonna leave the roof off, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this in place. Right, like so. Got it crooked. Maybe I'll do it on the back side where you have a better view of the line. Like that. It's pretty centered. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I believe I'll go back to the B7000 trip. You know what? I've got my hot glue gun over there warmed up right now. This might be the perfect point for hot glue because it's going to be concealed underneath our wall over here, so the little globs won't be that bad. So that's what I'm going to go with. Hot glue gun. About to run out here, so I'm going to add another stick. Just do me. Get a bead along that line. Situated in. Looks fairly straight. Nice and secure with that stuff. Really, really sad that I didn't think of hot glue like years ago as much as I've been using this stuff. Here the last couple of months since I've sort of realized, oh yeah, I've got that. Alright, so that's in. Not going anywhere. Probably do need. I'm gonna inject a little bit of B7000 maybe towards these corners. Maybe sort of ease it under, spread it out through there. Do a little flexing, but spread under. Yeah, just a little extra security. Won't hurt to have it on there. Okay, what else? I'm getting close to that 45-minute mark. I don't want to go too crazy. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and call it there. That's sort of, I don't really have anything that won't take. Everything I see that I'm going to be doing take more time than I've really got. But I think, you know what? I am going to go ahead and drop the skylight on. Because I got to because the lights go in the bottom of this. So I better not. But what I am going to do though, I can do this in a minute or two. This window frame, I think it goes. Okay, it goes around the outside, so that's even better that I do it now. Gives a little. Be once again ready to hit the ground running tomorrow. So just go with the old back to the B7000. Sort of something precise like this. I like having a little wiggle room. Excessive amount of glue there. I should know better than that. Sort of flop you in place. The edge. Yeah, and all my excess is going to be concealed, I hope. Actually, this side might not be. Where did I put that one? Okay, so I got that in place. I think that'll be a good place to cut it, because like I said, we're going to build, it's got a folding window that goes here, so we're going to be building out, and then this is going to reach into, I guess it's a walk-up window or something for their coffee shop. But yeah, I say slow progress, but I say these fiddly bits and getting the base down good is an important part, so that's definitely want to make sure you got good strong foundations to build upon, I guess. But I'm digging it. I think this is going to be a cool little build when it's all said and done. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you would like to subscribe. There's my other channel if you want to see me do experiments a couple times a month. This is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and that is the playlist for this build. See you tomorrow.